Hi, I'm Richa Jain. If your business collects even one customer's detail like name, mobile, or email, DPDP already applies to you. And most businesses are already breaking it. Not because they're careless, because no one told them about what compliance actually means on the ground. आज हम वही बात करेंगे in simple language. What is DPDP? So let's quickly start with the basics. DPDP stands for Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023. It's India's first comprehensive law on how businesses must handle personal data digitally. Now, personal data sounds complicated. It's not. It means any data that can identify a person in digital form. That means अगर किसी भी इंडिविजुअल का नेम, मोबाइल या ईमेल या फिर कोई भी ऐसी डिटेल अगर आपके व्हाट्सएप चैट पे है या एक्सेल शीट पे है या आपके किसी भी सीआरएम डेटा पर सेव्ड है, इसका मतलब डिजिटली सेव्ड है, तो डीपीडीपी आप पर अप्लाई होगा. इवन इंस्टाग्राम लीड्स हमें रिसीव होती हैं, ईमेल्स पे रेज्यूमेज रिसीव होते हैं और डेटा डिजिटल है. सो बेसिकली ये डेटा डिजिटल है और ये सारी डिटेल्स एक किसी भी इंडिविजुअल को एज अ पर्सन आइडेंटिफाई कर सकता है, तो डीपीडीपी अप्लाई होता है. सिंपल लगता है बट रियल प्रॉब्लम यहाँ स्टार्ट होती है. इन मोस्ट बिजनेसेस आई रिव्यू द इशू इजंट केयरलेसनेस, इट्स दैट दे डोंट रियलाइज दे आर ऑलरेडी नॉन कंप्लायंट. They are making the same 6 mistakes over and over, and some of these mistakes are genuinely dangerous. Let's go through them one by one. Mistake number 1 is treating DPDP like a policy update. Most businesses I speak to think DPDP is just paperwork. Like, we'll update our privacy policy and we are done. That's the most expensive misunderstanding you can have right now. DPDP is about how your team handles data every single day. Think about it. Who in your team can access customer data? When a customer says that, delete my data, do you actually know how to do that? When you onboard a new vendor, are you asking them about data security? These are operational questions. They are not just a revised privacy policy. Mistake number 2 is we are GDPR compliant, so we are fine. GDPR shortcut ले रहे हो. GDPR is not equal to DPDP. That's an assumption. DPDP and GDPR look similar on the surface. Both are about data protection, but there are critical differences, like how consent must be taken, how you handle cross-border data transfers, who qualifies as a data fiduciary under Indian law, etc. वो एक अलग वीडियो का टॉपिक रहेगा, but the key point is GDPR is EU law, DPDP is Indian law. They are not interchangeable. So if you are GDPR compliant, do a quick DPDP gap assessment. Don't just assume, always verify. Mistake number 3, no data mapping. You don't know what you have. Here's a question I ask every client before we start. Tell me every place your customer data currently lives. Most people can't answer it. The real problem is data mapping means knowing what data you collect, where it's stored, like your servers, your Google Drive, or another vendor system. Who has access, how long you keep it. Under DPDP, you cannot manage what you haven't mapped. You cannot delete data you don't know exists. So you cannot protect data you haven't located. Start with a simple spreadsheet. List every data source, your CRM, email list, HR records, customer forms, and map it where it goes. So that should be your day 1 of your real compliance. We are halfway through, and the next 3 mistakes are honestly most dangerous than the first 3. ये एक्चुअल रिस्क क्रिएट करते हैं ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के लिए. मिस्टेक नंबर 4 इज टिक बॉक्स कंसेंट. टिक बॉक्स कंसेंट सेफ लगता है. योर वेबसाइट हैज अ प्री टिक्ड, राइट, आई अग्री टू टर्म्स एंड कंडीशन बॉक्स or a vague pop-up that says we use your data to improve your experience. Under DPDP, that is not a valid consent. The real problem, DPDP requires that consent should be free, specific, informed, it should be clear, and it should be provable. So pre-tick boxes, vague privacy notices, copy-pasted terms and conditions, none of these qualify. So, a quick fix is audit your consent flows, website forms, app sign-ups, customers onboarding. Each one should clearly state what data you are collecting, why you are collecting it, and give a genuine reason, give a genuine choice to the individuals to say no. So, mistake number 5 is ignoring your vendors. ये सबसे कॉमन मिस्टेक है जो फंडेड स्टार्टअप्स भी करते हैं. आपके पास एक पेरोल सॉफ्टवेयर है, अ क्लाउड स्टोरेज वेंडर है, एक सीआरएम सॉफ्टवेयर है, मार्केट ऑटोमेशन टूल्स हैं, एंड आपको लगता है कि अगर कोई भी डेटा वहां से लीक होता है या ब्रीच होता है तो ये उनका प्रॉब्लम है, हमारा नहीं है। इट्स रॉन्ग। अंडर डीपीडीपी यू आर द डेटा फ्यूडिशरी। आप रिस्पॉन्सिबल हो आपके कस्टमर डेटा के लिए, इवन व्हेन इट सिट्स ऑन अ वेंडर सर्वर। So if your payroll vendor has a breach, your customer's data was compromised, you will be answerable for it. So, add data processing clauses to your vendor contracts. अपने हर vendor से पूछो कि, where do you store your data? How do you handle breach notification? Are you DPDP ready? If they can't answer, that's a red flag you can't afford to ignore. Mistake number 6 is no incident response plan. That's the most dangerous one. ये सबसे डेंजरस इसलिए है बिकॉज किसी को भी नहीं लगता कि ये हो जाएगा जब तक ये होता नहीं है। अ डेटा ब्रीच हैपेंस, our customer's data is exposed, your system is compromised. What do you do in the next 72 hours? Under DPDP, you are required to notify the Data Protection Board, which is the regulatory authority, and potentially your customers जो भी affected है उस breach से within a defined time frame. If you don't have a plan before breach happens, you will make every wrong decision during one. And here's what most businesses don't realize: the penalty isn't just for the breach, it's for how you handled it. So create a basic incident response checklist, like who is notified internally, who contacts affected customers, who files the regulatory report, what's your backup. Prepare now, not after. DPDP is not complex, but it does require intention. It's not about doing everything overnight. It's about starting with awareness, mapping what you have, fixing your consent flows, and knowing what to do when something goes wrong. ये सब I know एक दिन में नहीं होता, but it starts with knowing where you stand. Most businesses, when they do a basic check, they realize 2-3 gaps immediately. So हमारा goal perfection नहीं है, but unprepared रहना भी नहीं है. In the next video, I'll break down what actually makes a DPDP privacy notice valid and उसमें कौन सी common mistakes होती हैं जो businesses करते हैं while drafting their notices. It's not a template but the logic behind what it must say and why. So if you're building one for your business, you'll want to watch that. If you're watching this and thinking, I'm not sure where my business actually stands on DPDP, that's exactly the kind of clarity a quick compliance check can give you. If you want to understand where your business stands, reach out. The details are here in the description. And if the video helped you understand you are able to understand DPDP a little better, please subscribe. Every week we will break this down in exactly this way. It will be no jargon, no fluff, just what you need to know and do. Thank you so much.